baby?
If I could sing, I would sing to you.
Well,
Aren't you glad I came? How are
well,
you doing, baby?
well, how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing good, but I wasn't going to get better till I got to talk with you. Randy told me every time you called, and I said, when I get enough breath, that's a call I want you to come put in for me.
Well,
Because I wanted you to know I loved you and Mark and how much it meant for y'all to be checking on me. He told me every time y'all checked.
well, I called, of course, the intensive care the day they were going to
And
put you
that
in a
was like
room.
nothing, wasn't it?
Huh?
I
Well,
mean,
that man was nice.
they're nice, but different people told me they called intensive care and couldn't find out a thing.
Well, he was the nurse supervisor or something. They told me they were taking your chest tubes out and they were going to put you in a room. And I told him to
Well, you did keep up with me then.
please tell you that I had called.
Well, they would. One, Anna, there was a little black one, stepped in there one night and said, now, Charlotte called from Nashville and wanted you to know that she called. And I said, thank you, thank you.
And then I called one evening about 8 o'clock after you got in the room. Maybe it was a 2. I don't remember what day it was.
2:02 was where they moved me, and I think that was at, like nearly at night. I stayed in ICU about 4 days, didn't
I think so. I didn't know that you had it until the Saturday after you had it.
Well, you know what, Charlotte, the way that come down, it was good. It was good. I went in with a heavy heart that I said, I'm tearing up everyone's Christmas, ruining, tearing it down.
Mm.
And what happened, it turned it around and made our Christmas.
Yeah.
Because it's the grandest Christmas I ever had.
Well.
It's the most wonderful Christmas I've ever known. Christmas we don't make. Christmas is a gift.
That's right.
It's given to us. We accept it.
Oh, that's right.
But are you crying or are you...
No, I'm sick.
You sick?
I woke up sick Sunday, and I've been sick all week. I'm taking antibiotics.
Well, I hate that so bad. Did you let yourself get run down?
Well, no, it's everybody at work is sick. They just...
Charlotte. They told me, the doctor said, I better get her out of here before she takes something.
Yeah.
Well, Charlotte, they went to coming in and sneezing in my face.
Oh, my God.
They went to drooling all over my room, and I did get scared.
Oh.
I got deathly afraid. Them people up at that hospital went to getting sick.
Well, yeah. And
he told Laird, said, I got to get her out of here before she takes something. I thought he said before she dies. But Laird said I misunderstood.
Well, you mean the workers were sick?
The workers that were coming in the rooms to help me.
Yes. They say there's a strain of virus going around that antibiotics are not going to be able to...
No, not at all. And you know what? All those flu shots they gave it. And see, I wasn't ever able to take one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they say they're null and void. They didn't even have the stuff that was powerful. I've not had one, and I'm kind of worried.
Well, I had one the past 2 years, but whatever this is...
Well, the day he found this spot, he wouldn't give me one. I said, can I get my... That was first day of October. I said, I see you got your flu shots. Hadn't I better take them? Oh, yes. Heard me cough. And I said, are you going to give me the flu shot? And he said, not today. So I don't have it. But I am so loaded on antibiotics that I took the yeast mouth. I never had heard of that. And but I thank God I'm doing good. And how about you and Mark? Other than you, if he got the cold?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, baby, I didn't know you was on the line.
I just picked up a minute ago.
I'm so glad you did.
We had just finished writing out you a card. I was going to get it in the mail.
Oh, y'all know the beauty part is they put my cards and things in boxes. And as I feel like it, I pull up a chair and I take a letter opener. And it's just like, well, it's like a time capsule or something.
Yeah.
It is so blessed. I am having the best Christmas.
Well, that's wonderful.
The best time. I just want y'all to know.
Well, that is wonderful. So how are you supposed to like...
I just think real, real good. You do know the outcome was there is no oncologist. There is no treatment because Reba said that Dr. Shelby came out and told her dad, the first thing he told them was she was in big trouble. But you know that was all encapsulated.
Well.
And even the 7-day biology test that they sent off, it came back, and he said they could not find anything. He said, now, I'm not saying that there's not something there that's so minute that it can't be picked up, but we're going to watch it 2 or 3 years, and we don't believe it's there.
Yeah.
We believe we got it.
Well.
And there'll be no treatment because they don't have anything to treat. So he said, we couldn't give you any better thing than this.
Well, that's wonderful.
And I think I had the most wonderful doctors.
Oh, that's great.
I love them. I adore them. Charlotte, I said, even the people from respiratory, they call here, you know, to check on me. Dr. Kennebrew that found the spot, he called me every night in the hospital. People are so sweet, so wonderful.
Well, that's unusual.
Even our druggist. So the love that has been poured out, I never had. You see, I thought I had to do that.
Yeah.
I thought everything was left up to me.
Yeah.
And nothing was left up to me. It's been just, I've been on the receiving end of a lot of love.
Well, then that's wonderful. To know everybody loves you that much.
That y'all love me. That means, you don't know what that means.
Well.
And got to see little old Willie.
Uh-huh.
And he is the cutest little thing. He is different to all of y'all's boys, every one of them, as many as there are, and no two alike. But he come in with his eyes for dancing and brought me a little drum, you know, drummer boy.
Oh.
With an ivy in it and an angel on it.
Oh.
Just that sweet.
Well.
I can't wait till we can all have a get-together.
I know it. So are they planning one for Memorial?
He talked like it. Now, the evening, they really had their visit messed up. He had old Savannah with him, and she was in 7th heaven. But just as they hit here, the oxygen man came, and that's the talkingest man I ever... He spent the afternoon, and I would have spent the night, I think. Randy said he would have moved in. His name was Gary. But that kind of interfered with my visit with them. They had to soon go on, you know.
Yeah.
And it was vital that he set up all this. But Dr. Brien didn't want to send me home on oxygen. He does not want me dependent on it.
Well.
But he said it was going to take him 6 months to get me back.
Yeah.
But he don't want me on oxygen. He don't want me on breathing treatments. He wants me just like I was when I came in there. And I appreciate that.
Yeah, but...
I don't want to be a cripple.
No. So, but you're having to use it some now?
I use it some, but you'd be surprised how little. And I lose it in the night and can't find it and wake up just fine. I told Randy, he said, well, where was it? I said, I have no idea. But they would find it in the hospital and put it on me.
Well.
But I'm just, Charlotte, I'm just so thankful to be alive and home and doing so good.
Yes, to be home. And
I told Dr. Brien, he said, do you want to go home? I said, Dr. Brien, if you could see my little old room. I said, I got a low bed, right next to it a low chair, right next to it a low toilet. I just got a straight shot and I can get well.
There's no place like home.
Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place.
And to hear the same,
when I take a notion, I got a 50-foot cord on this oxygen if I want to go sit with the men and watch. Oh, and Charlotte. I ordered, I might have told you, Gene, the old Amos and Andy, them black movies. We sat in there and watched 2 last night, and I couldn't hardly laugh. Y'all have got to come and just watch Amos and Andy and Calhoun and Kingfish.
I've got one I bought somewhere. It's just a short thing. Is it on there about them changing the tire?
Changing the tire.
Was there anything on there?
I don't know. Last night we watched 2. We watched 2 hours. And it was 4 30-minute segments, I believe.
Well, I don't have, mine's real short.
But it wound up with a Christmas story. But see, these children may not remember this, but they were first white, and they couldn't cross over. The white ones that played the blacks was really the best. but they couldn't cross over to TV. So they had to pick out these blacks.
Uh-huh.
But I love old Calhoun, the lawyer.
Uh-huh.
And Lightning. Do you remember Lightning?
No.
So we'll have fun.
Yes. Yeah.
And Kathy wants us to see the Nutty Professor. She said they laughed over there.
Oh. Well, I wish.
How about Michael now? When have you heard from Michael?
He called Christmas Eve they'd lost the recipe for that cake he loves that I made when he came, and he said it was like his grandma used to make. He couldn't get anybody to understand what it was.
What cake was it?
It's the Texas cake. It's a chocolate sheet cake with buttermilk in it, and it is
delicious. Well, I must
delicious.
not be familiar with that.
So he called to get that recipe, and then we talked again Christmas Day.
Good.
So he's doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. And Margaret, I think, had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It was like a dream. She called me and told me how she was treated, how Tim took the tablecloth off his table and gave to her. And so I said a lot of it's just like a dream, that I talked.
Well, I wish we could come visit.
You will. You will, and I'll be able to come there.
Yeah, that'll be wonderful. I'm
looking forward to a new life.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm having my surgery January 20th.
And tell me exactly what.
They're going to take down or reverse that intestinal bypass I had done.
Charlotte, that won't be so bad, will it?
No, no, not nowadays. It was bad the first time around, but I'll be in the hospital a week and 6 weeks before I can go back to work.
Well, that sounds about like me.
Yeah.
He's only my 1 week in the hospital turned out to be 12 days.
Yeah.
But I guess I just didn't come around like a younger person.
Well,
but everything has run, but I'm not complaining.
No. But I've got to get well before I...
If your health is wealth, if you're not well, you might as well just rack it up.
Yeah.
And I said, living like I was living and dragging that tired, that wasn't living.
No.
So
you had to felt bad.
Charlotte, I was so sick up at y'all's place, but I had grown used to living like that.
Yeah.
That's all the way I knew you were supposed to live. And I just barely was crawling.
Well.
But it's going to be different now.
Well, we'll pray for you and hope you get better day by day.
Yes, and I'm going to be praying for y'all. And I do want to hear from you. And when I can't write. I had the time trying to sign my name out of the hospital.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm cramped. I've had to, I don't know. But I was supposed to sign under the nurse, and I said, Lord, have mercy. Learn how to write again.
Well, you will be hearing from us.
Yes, and and like I said, when y'all find the machine on, you can expect a call, but we get so many calls, sometimes we have to do that.
I thought that y'all were tired and they're probably ringing off the hook.
Yeah, see, they cut it off back here. I can't even hear it. When they cut my phone off, it rings up there, but I do not hear it ring. So that night, we were expecting that call about Joe, and they just grieved to death that it got cut off completely. I think Jerry and Gail tried to call, and it was just, the phone was cut off. But I think Alan accidentally did it before he left.
Yeah.
But Joe survived.
Well, I don't know the story about Joe.
She's dying with cancer.
Okay.
And that day they had found her unconscious with blood coming out of her mouth, and we thought that was the end.
And who is Joe?
Benny's wife.
Oh, okay.
Kane's little sister-in-law, 53 years old.
That's how old I am.
One that lost the boy. What a tragedy. No, Randy come in here and told me, said, I wouldn't have turned that phone off for $1 million. Said, I hate to deliver this message, but I said, son, I've been looking for that all day. But you know that they got her in the hospital and she's revived, but that's just all it's like Daddy, you remember?
Yeah.
On again, off again, on again, off again.
Well, I want you to get better and so we can have some more good times.
I mean, and so we can laugh with this one. Did I tell y'all he come in here raving like a maniac and told Jean that all they wanted to do was punch and probe, and that he seriously doubted I'd survive the surgery.
Oh.
I felt like running him off.
No.
They spent the day here yesterday, brought Christmas dinner. Yeah, that he didn't want me operated on, and all they wanted to do was punch and probe, and that he didn't think I'd survive the surgery. Now, how would you like to live with that all the time, Charlotte?
Well, I didn't think he would be that negative.
He went crazy. He's left town. He went just as crazy as a bat. Jolly told him to go to Atlanta to a meeting. He called me this morning and told me he had to get out.
Well, he just idolizes you.
He's the worst I've ever seen. Arguing with him up at the hospital.
Oh, my goodness.
I apologized to him, and they'd say, well, let's just say we didn't hear it. He said if anything happened to you, I couldn't stand it now.
I know it.
But to want somebody to live with cancer,
no,
that's going too far.
Well, I'm glad that everything turned out well and they got it.
Oh, and you know what? That Dr. Shelby just kept telling me, and he'd come by. He's so sweet. He's older. He looks like Colonel Sanders. And he would stoop over me and tell me, and I'd say, oh, doctor, you told me. And he said, I didn't think you'd remember. And he'd say, that's the best that we could have ever give you. Best news.
Well,
so
great.
Don't you think I'm not grateful?
Yes, ma'am.
I told Essie I went in with a heavy heart that I was destroying everybody's Christmas.
Well,
and she said, and you made everybody's Christmas.
Yeah. So, you're just always worried about everybody else.
That would be the last thing I wanted to do was interfere.
Yeah.
But, I'm so happy.
Well, I'm happy, too.
And I'm happy for my family.
Yeah.
We're all in good shape.
Oh, yeah. But if I can find a way to zip down there one weekend just to spend the night, just to get to see you before I have mine.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing. You don't know what kind of shape me and you'll be in by when? January the 20th?
Yeah.
Well, that's a long way, Charlotte.
That's 4 weeks.
You bet.
Yeah.
You bet. I just homebound, too.
Yeah.
Of course, I can't start off nowhere on a horse or nothing.
No. Well, I'm going to get this card in the mail for you tomorrow.
And I'm going to love you all to pieces. And I'm going to sleep better because I got to talk to you.
Well, me too. And we love you so much.
I love you. Is Mark still on there?
I'm here.
I love you, baby.
Oh, I love you too.
I'll squeeze you to death. Okay.
But we'll be calling you
all right,
and writing.
Thank you so much.
And love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.